Hold on. Cool. I'm here. Just had a bit of a issue with my computer there, but we're all good. Oh, how are you all doing? I'm quite enjoying the vlogs. It's nice to get my stuff out on a regular basis because 6 years of being on a nutritional balancing program definitely gives you a lot to talk about. And I'm sure in a few years' time it's going to give you all you guys a lot to talk about as well. But I've been a busy bee today, and I'll just warn you now, if I cut this video off midway through, it's because someone has arrived at my house and I need to leave, so I'll pick it up later on at night. Because we're friends coming around and we're going to watch a film, which is nice, so yeah. But I've been a busy bee today. I've been cleaning the whole house from top to bottom, giving it a good clean. It was on my least priority list yesterday, and I didn't end up finishing it, so it's been pushed up to the top of the list, so I end up getting finished. And it's really nice to start finishing things, because I feel a lot of people out there are very good at starting stuff, but they can't finish for whatever reason: fears, anxieties, priorities. So, I've made a rule for myself recently that if I want to do something, I'm going to finish it, and that's really, really helped. And it's well known as human beings that when we start something and we finish it, naturally, it gives us some confidence, and it makes us feel good about ourselves, and we release chemicals in our brains, endorphins, etc. That once we completed a task, it's part of our human nature to be happy about doing it. So that's been a good thing. But yeah, what I'm going to do today, I'm just going to answer some questions. It's been a bit of a backlog. I do get questions via email as well, so anyone that doesn't want to comment, feel free to send me an email at lewis@deephealingspace.com and I'll get around to doing it. So first question's about sauna. When do I do a sauna, basically? What time, etc. Me personally, I tend to do coffee enemas in the beginning. When I get up, it's just something that I prefer. Some people prefer to do it after. Now and again I'll switch it around, but basically what I'll do is I'll switch on the sauna, or it comes on automatically if I keep the timer plug in there, and it switches on at around 6:30 in the morning, and then I'll get up and do an enema. The reason why I personally do an enema first is because it allows the sauna to warm up. If you do it afterwards, you're kind of waiting around for the sauna to warm up a little bit, and if you've got jobs to do in the morning, it can be difficult. But I'm going to do a little plug now. I'm going to be doing a what I do in a day video, but I'm going to put that in the members section on our website. So if you want to get involved with that, please sign up to be a member on my website, deephealingspace.com. I'm going to go through the whole day, from getting up to basically going to bed, and it's going to be a perfect day. I'm not saying people are going to be able to do exactly what I do perfectly every single day, but it's going to give you a good idea on exactly what I do and how to do it, and how to balance things out. But yeah, basically I do an enema, the sauna's warming up, and after doing an enema I will get into the sauna for 30 minutes, and I drink a little bit of water beforehand, I drink some water afterwards with some kelp. And the other question to do with saunas is, what do I do if I'm retracing? And what I would say is, after a while on the nutritional balancing program, you get a feel for what's right and what's wrong to do. So for example, if I have flu, if I have an infection, I'll tend to go in the sauna a little bit more to kind of burn off the infection and get it out of my system. But if I'm detoxing something like copper, or something like manganese that gives me a really jittery, anxious feeling, then I tend to stay away from the sauna, because I find that it can make it worse, and that's not a very nice feeling at all. So it kind of depends on what I'm going through, on certain reactions, on whether I would go in the sauna or not. So I hope that's answered your question. The second question was about phone protectors. I use a phone protector called BlockSock. You can get it from lessemf.com. It's pretty cool because It's like a kangaroo pouch, and you can take the phone out easily, and it blocks one side of radiation and allows the phone signal to come through if you're wanting to keep your phone on. So that's that question. I'm sure there was another question by that same person as well. Let me just check. Can you also send a link to the ozonator used in your last video? Let me just go and check, because I actually bought that ozonator from a friend, and I think I mentioned it on the other one. I think he's got some for sale, so I kind of got it out of the box, so I'm not really 100% sure. I mean, I obviously bought it from him, so I didn't buy it from the internet or something, but I'll try and tell you what the make is. It says here, Intelligence 2-in-1 anion ozonizer. Should be ozonator, I think. And it's by a company called Health First. healthfirstuk.com. There you go. So yeah, go on there, and it's the ozonizer. I think that's the brand name for it. It's actually an ozonator, but the brand name's ozonizer, and it's an intelligent 2-in-1. Yeah, look, I found a nice picture in a food magazine from our local supermarket, and it tells me everything that's in season. I mean, a lot of the stuff I wouldn't eat, but a lot of the stuff I do eat, and I'm going to start using that, I think, to start eating more things that are in season, because I do feel like it's going to be beneficial for your body if you eat things that are in season, because the body is natural and in symbiosis with nature. So yeah, I hope you find out that ozonator, Cleopatra, healthfirst.com. Okay, so the next one, I've been getting a couple of comments from people about plastic bottles. I understand people's concerns with plastic bottles, obviously. I guess I am, I look up to Dr. Wilson so much that I kind of take his advice on pretty much everything. And he basically says plastic bottles don't seem to be an issue when it comes to using them for water or ozonation. I would definitely not use plastic bottles for anything that's acidic. But if anyone's concerned about plastic bottles, I mean, Dr. Wilson's healed me so well that I respect what he says, and I believe that he does a lot of research and he speaks a lot of truth. So I've never really worried about plastic bottles. I make sure that I stay away from parabens and things like that. I definitely don't use plastic bottles, plastic containers with parabens in. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you do feel uncomfortable with plastic bottles, then use a glass bottle. No problem. All right, so these questions are from the email. I quite like these questions, actually. They're really good ones. So, how did the chronic fatigue syndrome impact your ability to be disciplined and diligently follow the program? It actually made me follow the program better in a way, because I was so tired that I would just do the program as it is said in the advice. So the biggest issue that I had with adrenal fatigue is finding an income, because all I wanted to do was do the program. I mean, the program isn't difficult to do, I don't think. Doing enemas and saunas is not taxing. You're not using up a lot of energy. That's the whole point of it. So I was very, very disciplined, actually. The more sicker I was, the more disciplined I tended to be, because I was more desperate. And so yeah, the issue that I had was finding an income, because I needed to work. I needed money to buy things. So that was the most difficult thing for me when I had chronic fatigue was work. It was an absolute nightmare finding a job that paid okay, that was flexible. I had jobs when I was healing, when I was sat behind a computer all day, and I was extremely sensitive to EMF. I had jobs working in the garden centre where I was on my feet all the time in the early stages of the program. And, obviously I was suffering from chronic fatigue, and having a manual labour job was difficult. So, yeah, I mean, that was the hardest part for me. When did you have your breakthrough in terms of going from a fatigue state to having lots of energy? Can you describe that? It wasn't a kind of, I woke up one day and had loads of energy. It was definitely over a prolonged period. My energy would get better and better and better and better. It was actually on such a slow upwards moving thing that I didn't, one time I would think to myself, oh crap, I don't get tired at 4 p.m. anymore. Or wow, I can stay up till 10 p.m. now and I don't get tired. Like, I would just get insights of like, wow, I used to be like that and now I'm not like that. So definitely you don't wake up one day and you just have energy. It's definitely a slow process. The biggest breakthrough I had was when I released a lot of copper, and it showed on my test that I dumped a lot of copper, and after them things tended to speed up. But it wasn't an overnight thing. But yeah, I mean, definitely breakthroughs when it comes to having a big healing reaction, and a big chunk of metal or copper or mercury or something comes out of the system. You tend to find that you'll push forward, or you'll move into a new hair analysis pattern that's very kind of beneficial and stuff. These kind of metals hold you back, and when they get it out, it's like boof, breaking. It's like letting off a firework, and the body can just kind of move into a new state of being. At what point in your recovery did you feel able to start your nutritional balancing practitioner pathway? So yeah, I was one of the people that started a little bit late, little bit later. I think I was around 4 years into the program when I started to do my nutritional balancing license. I personally wanted to be in a position where I felt confident and I was healed to a good extent for me to give information back to people. I do see a lot of people actually that, in my opinion, are very, very sick, and they will start to get a practitioner's license in the beginning of the program, and in my opinion, they just do not have the experience and the knowledge to provide people with the support and help that I personally think people need, because you are not prepared for the program until you've been through the experiences. There's no way on earth I could have possibly imagined or visioned what I would have experienced, what I would have gone through without actually doing it. So that does concern me a little bit. So it was around 4 years where I started to get the energy, the confidence, the brain fog was non-existent pretty much, where I thought, right, now I'm ready to give back to other people. But definitely the first 3 years, no way on earth could I have been a practitioner. Just far too fatigued still, especially in year 1 and year 2. Still confused, still figuring myself out, still finding the right work-life balance. It is difficult doing the program, earning an income, and trying to follow the nutritional balance, trying to do the course, the nutritional balancing course, and learning about yourself, making new friends. Like, it gets overwhelming at times. So yeah, it was an ongoing process. It took me around 6 months for me to do the course, but by the time I got my results back, I was in a good position to help people now, and yeah, so that's basically it. Around 4 years I started to feel comfortable to give people good quality, meaningful advice, and I hope you're enjoying it. So yeah, I did get more questions from that person, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to answer them probably in the next one because it's now 15 minutes and my friend's just sent me a message to say that she's coming now. So I'm going to have to shoot. I've got some vegetables in the oven for her when she arrives. She's got no choice but to have a good, healthy meal tonight. So yeah, speak to you all soon. Keep the questions coming. Obviously, if you enjoy my videos and you want to support me a little bit more, please sign up to the membership area on our website, which is deephealingspace.com. If you want the full URL, it's /course/membership. You can get the full nutritional balancing course in video format. You get Luke's investment course. She's just ringing now. Luke's investment course, videos on brain fog, and I've just started to put recipes in there as well for you all. So I'll speak to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. Bye.